Ignoring that pain in your foot during a run or after a run can come with some major consequences. And when it comes to pain in our feet, I know as a runner, it's really hard to work around that pain. And I know the option of just not running and waiting for the pain to go away is not good enough because we want to get out and we want to run. So here's some things that you can do right now to help alleviate that foot pain and get you back to running. I want to give a quick shout out to Superfeet for sponsoring today's video. Later on in the video, I'm going to teach you how they keep many runners' feet happy and supported during their runs. And if you want to check out your own pair of Superfeet inserts, be sure to check the link down in the description below to get your pair today. They have tons of different options out there for any type of runner, super customizable, so be sure to check those out. Let's get back into the video. So here's some things that you can do right now to help alleviate that foot pain and give your feet those relief you need so that you can get back to running happy and healthy. Warming up and cooling down. So before you go out the door on your next run, be sure to get in a good dynamic warm-up. These movements are going to help mimic the movements that you're going to be doing out on the run. This is going to help raise your body temperature and increase blood flow to all of your muscles so that they can move more fluidly out on the run. So that means you're not going to be super tight when you start that run, helping to prevent any kind of overuse injuries like a pull or a tear. A great place to start with this would be 10 to 15 minutes of dynamic movements. And dynamic meaning you're going to be moving, right? We're not just sitting here in this position and stretching. We're moving around, getting our heart rate up. So 10 to 15 minutes before your next run is a great place to start with that. And when you're done with your run, spend another 10 minutes or so doing some static stretches. So where I'm just stretching and holding it to really help lengthen out those muscles and have them cool down in an elongated state. And if you want to add some extra love to yourself, be sure to go ahead and get your foam roller out. I know it's been hiding, you gotta blow the dust off it a little bit there, but if you really want to make your muscles happy, go ahead and spend some extra time on the foam roller, really getting into those trouble areas and working out any extra tension that's built up. And you really want to make sure you're focusing on all the big areas, your calves, your quads, your hamstrings, hips, back, and yes, your feet. Check your footwear. Just like you spend tons of time agonizing over the proper pair of shoes, invest some of that time in picking out the proper insole for you as well. Just because the shoe you've tried on is comfortable and meets all of your requirements in a shoe doesn't mean that that shoe is going to be customized to you, because the liner in between any shoe, there is no customization there. So by putting an insert in your shoe that matches your foot and its specific needs, you're going to end up with the perfect fit. Over the course of just 3 miles, a 150-pound runner is going to expose their feet to a total of 150 tons of impact. That's crazy. So considering the amount of pounding our feet take on a run, finding the proper footwear is crucial for preventing foot pain. Not only can the right insole provide comfort and cushioning for your foot, it can also provide support in all the right places specific to your foot. And by helping your foot get in the right position, you can help drastically reduce the amount of pain you experience with conditions like plantar fasciitis, shin splints, heel spurs, and knee pain. So this is where Superfeet is really going to come in clutch with all of their technology that they have built into their insoles. This extra cushioning, this little pad here underneath the heel, really helps to absorb impact. And as you can see, it's a really deep heel cup here, so this is going to help reduce any of that extra work your foot has to do. Switch up the surface you're running on. Concrete and asphalt are really unforgiving on the body and don't help absorb any of that impact that we were talking about earlier. So if your feet are starting to hurt, head to the dirt. So if your feet are in pain, change up your terrain. If your feet are feeling frail, go find you a trail. So by switching to a softer surface, you're going to be giving your body a break and taking away a lot of that impact that your feet are absorbing. So personally, on those heavy interval workout days, I like to head to the track to give my body just that little bit of extra break from the impact, because running on the track is super springy. It's made out of rubber, so it gives my body that extra break, and I'm going to end up recovering a lot faster. I also like to run on the trails the day after my long run when my legs are feeling pretty beat up and destroyed a little bit. You know, I feel like I get a little bit of extra relief on the trails, and that helps me recover a lot faster. Earlier, when I talked about making sure you're cooling down and getting your feet when you cool down, doing stretches with them, I know there's not a lot of information out there. There's not too many videos that show you how to stretch out your feet. It's not like super commonly talked about. But lucky for you guys, I actually did an entire video and I really want you guys to check it out after this so you know exactly what to do when you're stretching out your feet, right? We know how to stretch our quads, we know how to stretch our hamstrings, but our feet are so important. They hold a lot of tension. So be sure to check out this video I have coming up next. Happy feet, happy running.